Hello everyone, and welcome to the Iron Warrior Cosplay live stream. How are we all doing tonight? Do you know, I've realized I've forgotten to turn my light on. That's something I've forgotten to do. Hold on, let me grab my light super quick. Now that's fancy. So, hello, how are we all doing? What do you think of the new box? This is my new solo chill and chat kind of thing. Chat should be coming up next to me here. And I've got my logo above it. So if you guys are chatting in stream, it should come up there, and it's pretty fancy. I do like it. It's very, very nice. Now, tonight we're doing something different to what I've been doing before. We're going to be modifying and upgrading the lasgun. So that's my Death Corps of Krieg lasgun. Hey, thank you so much with your Prime subscription. I really appreciate that. Oh my god, that's so awesome. That's so awesome. Although I do want to know why it didn't come up on stream. I tell you why it didn't come up on stream. The alert. I haven't got alerts set up on this new thing. That's the one thing I forgot to move over, was the alerts. Damn the alerts. Let me actually move over to my live cam instead, and I can sort it out like that. There we go. Do you know what I can do now? I can actually do this. Hold on. Let me do this. Hopefully it'll play. Hey, it is B Cosplay. How are you doing? You have a double chat overlay? I don't know what you mean by that. My mods are telling me I have a dupla chat overlay. I'm not sure what that is, but for some reason the Prime subscription there we go.
Number grows stronger.
There we go. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that for the Prime sub. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. But you cosplay, seriously, it has been a long time, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Also, can I just say, stay at home, Dad? That is hilarious. I actually love that. I think that's really funny. Also, long time, but I've seen doing well. A bunch of us were talking about the 25th anniversary of One World. And then you went live. I'm glad my timing was going really well in the metal box thing. Oh, did I have two chats? Did I see that's one of my new overlays, and I was just testing out, and clearly I haven't done very well on it. But there is actually, believe it or not, there is a way I can split the stream on my end, and then I can actually change over to a different source. At least I think I can. But what I can do is I will edit it that way. Let me just... Oh, yeah. Do you know what? I can. Here we go. How cool is this? So I am currently now just modifying the previous thing that we just had so that I can get my alerts and stuff over there. This is quite cool. So... for those of you who haven't joined me before, I am back to streaming, hence why things are a little bit jank now and again. But I'm trying my absolute best. Things are going fairly well, actually. Both the first and second stream. The second stream was the Joy of Chaos, doing really well. I also did my return stream, which was mainly just me chatting and stuff, which is, pretty normal. Live patching, yeah, pretty much just me fixing stuff and whatever. Also, can I just say, stay at Foam Dad? I was just saying, I really like that name. I think that name's hilarious. I think that's absolutely brilliant. Stay at Foam Dad. Yeah. Basically, I'm fixing the stream while it's running, which is not a problem. But yeah, seriously, Loner in a Crowd. Seriously, it has been a long time, and I'm really happy you're here. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. I really appreciate it. Every sub counts, and I think that's absolutely fantastic. So for those of you who are joining me tonight I'm doing something a little bit different. Tonight I'm actually working on some cosplay stuff. Full Power Creations. Yes, indeed. Full Power Creations. I am doing every Tuesday and Friday. I do every Tuesday and Friday. That is my official schedule as of the last stream. So I'm doing every Tuesday and Friday now. So every Tuesday, Friday, you will see me here at 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So that'll be 8 p.m. GMT for you guys to come and watch me live and come watch me do stuff. I'm going to be on stream doing some fun things. I'm currently just trying to get the alert box to move over to my other window. So that's something I'm currently working on. So if you bear with me. There it is. That's awesome. Right, I got that to work. Awesome. check this out. How about this? We'll transition over. I think that'll be pretty awesome. See if this works. Again, I do need to sort out a new PC. Otherwise, things are going to go a little bit tits up because that's how my streams work. There we go. Right. How's that now? Fixing stuff on the go. I love fixing stuff on the go. It is like part of why I stream. Let me just make that a bit smaller. There we go. Cool. Right. Now then, mods in the Discord, what do you think of that? How is that? Does that work? Is that fancy? I really like the border in the background and stuff I got. I got that online. I think it's very awesome. Thanks, it's fitting. I've been with a couple of times and yes. I know you from Diabolical Props' stream, but I haven't been on Diabolical Props' stream for a while now because well, I say a while, it was the other night last time he streamed, but over the holidays, over Thanksgiving in the US, he said he couldn't do it because he's been moving around and stuff, so he hasn't been able to do that, which is fair enough. Pickle has redeemed first. That means second and third are available for anyone who wants them, for anyone who is second and third. There we go. I really appreciate that, mods. Thank you so much for letting me know. We are now back up to full capacity. I'm just checking Discord to make sure everything is okay. Yes, indeed, we are running fine. Fantastic. So, like I've been saying, it is a freezing cold night in the workshop. For those of you who don't know, it is absolutely nobbling in this workshop every time. It is so cold. But I have some really cool stuff to show you guys. One of which is I have the two scenes you guys know from the tabletop camera and the me camera, and tonight I'm doing something very special. So let's go to the me cam. There we go. I know nothing much has changed, but here I am. This is just the me cam for now, just to show you guys. This is what we're working on tonight. This is a Death Korps of Krieg lasgun. This is my lasgun. I have been using this for some time, and it is showing its age. It is showing its age. It has got marks and lines and damage and stuff all over it. It is honestly, trade you, it's fucking higher. Yeah, please. That would be great, because then I wouldn't have to wear multiple layers and fingerless gloves just so I can actually touch the keys. But yeah, it is horribly cold here. I wish I was in Australia right now. Anyway. So here it is, my Death Korps of Krieg lasgun. I've been using this for some time now. And today, I'm actually changing the tip of the barrel. The tip of the barrel is completely and utterly knackered. It's got a hole in it. It's very old. It's very knackered. So we're going to be doing that. Right, so let me move that over. And here's the next cool thing. I have changed the actual camera for you guys. So check it out. This is my tabletop camera, so this is what you guys can see now while I'm working on stuff. So let me move the phone out of the way, put my bottle of water over there so when I get to hydrate. Move my microphone out of the way so that I can work on stuff. Right, okay, cool. Actually, I'll move you guys that way. There we go. That way I can actually, hold on. Yeah, there you go. That's fine. Right, but yes, I am playing Darktide right now. Oh, cool, dude, that's awesome. Darktide is really awesome. I haven't actually played it, but I have watched so many streamers play it. It is a lot of fun. Yes, Iron Warrior Cosplay showing off his awesome stuff. Keep it in forms. Artist formerly known as DCTO Models. Wait, hold on. Artist formerly known as DCTO Models. I am so shook. Munchie, evening all. On my work break. Hope you're doing good. I'm doing really well, Munchie. Thank you so much. How? Wait. I am so shook. What is happening? Sir, I'm trying to say how you pronounce that name. Hold on. Let me change back to me. How do you pronounce that name? Sirlean Dragon Design? Cruellen Dragon? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. My English is not fantastic. Hail, Son of Iron. How goes the sieging? The sieging goes very well, Meme Overlord. Thank you so much for coming into the stream. You are a first-time chatter. That is very cool. Welcome, Meme. Yes, we welcome memes here. That's the gun you're working on in this game. Oh, yeah. Apparently, you can have this exact pattern lasgun. This is a Lucius pattern lasgun that the Death Korps of Krieg like to use. And, oh, here we go. Cerulean. Oh, Cerulean. Cerulean Dragon Designs. Cerulean Blue. Cerulean Dragon Designs. Formerly known as DCLs. Dan, is that you? Just give me a yes if that's you, because I had no idea. I had no idea if that's. I think it is you. If I know the name, DCTO Models. I know that name. that name. Hold on, let me turn myself up a touch so that I can move it. Yes, it is. Dude, I love your new name. That's so cool. For those of you who don't know, Dragon Designs. I'm going to say Dragon Designs because it's easier for me to say it than the first bit. I'm not going to remember Cerulean. Cerulean. I'm not going to remember that very well. But Dragon Designs. I am really excited for this new name change. That's very, very cool. That's very, very cool. So we are going to be working on the Death Korps of Krieg lasgun. I've moved everything out of the way as best I can. What I need, right? This is what I need is. I need like an extended table. I need it to be further out, but I'm still able to have my monitors and stuff on it, so I can move everything back out of the way and use the table. I need a wider table is what I need. I genuinely do need a wider table. I might get one at some point and see if I can fiddle it around, but it needs to be 6 foot, but it needs to be like, I don't know how wide, maybe 4 foot, 5 foot wide. That'd be much, much easier for me. Anyway, so we're going to get to work on this. You guys are welcome to chat away. My mods are in front of me. My mods are actually here. They're going to be relaying questions. If you guys have any questions and stuff in chat, let me know. Unfortunately, I have to take my fingerless gloves off and put on my latex ones because I'm going to be using contact cement and stuff. So let me just grab my... I always keep the latex gloves in my pocket before doing a stream this so that they're warm when I put them on and not freezing cold like they are in the workshop. Two-eyed and extended with ductive and cardboard. I'm okay. I'd like wood. Wood is sturdy and strong. That's what I would like is sturdy wood. By the way, I have moved the top camera down so that you guys can see, and then you guys will be able to get a closer look at what I'm doing. Unfortunately, there's no way I can actually zoom the camera in and out. I can make the camera on stream bigger, so it like zooms it in, if you will. But this is the view you're going to get for now until I sort out a different camera and stuff like that. But also, yes, indeed, Munchie, Nate does have his own Facebook page now. So I'm just going to move the microphone over that way a little bit. Let me just move that up a bit so I can move that over. There we go. There we go. Right, can you guys still hear me? Good. Right. I can see the thing moving up and down, so I'm going to move that back a touch. That way, I'm not impeded when I'm doing stuff like this. I tell you this, though, Ranger of Krieg is going to have a bit of a hard time watching this because I'm going to have a bit of a hard time doing it because I'm cutting into my lasgun. Sad times. This is sad times, but it's okay. It's getting a new one. It's getting a new barrel. It's getting a brand spanking new barrel. So we're going to just tear all of this off, all the old foam, get it all off. Oh, this is painful. This is painful. Thanks so much, Ranger of Krieg. If you guys haven't already, please check out the Discord. I'd really, really appreciate it. You guys are absolutely fantastic if you follow the Discord. Make sure you link your Twitch and your Discord together. That way you can enjoy the benefits that you get in my Discord. You can enjoy benefits for being a sub. Being a subscriber is literally the most amazing thing. Cut my gun into pieces. This is my rockcrete fort. But yes, I'm going to slowly cut away the lasgun pieces, get it all off, tear it all off like this, and get rid of the foam pieces as I go. But yeah, I thought I would do a nice little chill stream with you guys tonight of just me working on my Death Korps of Krieg lasgun. I was thinking about doing an in-screen camera with this so that I can have... So basically I can have this camera and the top-down one in the same screen. I might do that for another stream so that I can do both if I want to, so that I don't have to keep changing back. But yes, this is my Death Korps of Krieg lasgun, and this is me taking it all apart, which is a shame, but it's okay. It's getting a new flash hider. It is a flash hider, it's called. I keep forgetting what the tip of the barrel is called, and then I keep remembering it's called a flash hider. Even though it's a lasgun, it's basically a laser beam. So it itself is a giant flash, so you know how it is. Oh man, this is sad times when you have to I say sad times, but fixing it is definitely what I'm going to be doing, and then making sure that it's better than what it was. Don't get me wrong, having the lasgun the way it was perfectly fine. There was nothing wrong with it. It worked fine. But over the years, the barrel has taken a bit of a beating. And with that being said, it was bent a lot. So the new one I've made is out of stiffer foam. It's much harder foam. So I'm currently just getting rid of all the old pieces. Getting rid of all the old pieces. Make sure that's straight because that will be bent otherwise. There we go. Put this on its side. What I'm scraping off really hard now is the part super glue I use, because I used contact cement and super glue to put the barrel on when I first put the gun together, and it worked really, really well. And don't get me wrong, it was easy to peel off in some places, but damn, is it difficult to get some of this super glue off. Now I have been contemplating getting some background music for the stream, so that while there's sort of what they call like dead space, so while there's like no audio or like I'm not speaking, it would be kind of cool to have some just music playing in the background, you know, some little tunes and stuff. But obviously it has to be DMCA have to make sure that Twitch are okay with the music, so it has to be like license free, copyright free. But yeah, the scraping is like ASMR for masochists, right? Isn't it just? So I'm just gonna. It is difficult working on this bench with all my equipment. I'll tell you that much, especially the fact that I'm right-handed and I was trying to do it from the left side, which wasn't working. So I'm going to do it from the right side now. So this is much, much better. But I don't know how much of the actual scraping you guys can hear, because the microphone's quite directional. Like it'll mostly point towards me and pick up a little bit of the background noise, I guess, but not a lot of it. It'll pick up some, obviously, like keyboard clacking and stuff. It'll pick up that. But yeah, just got to get this nice and smooth and get all this crap off it, all the old super glue, all the old contact cement and stuff. I do have some sandpaper and stuff too that I'll be using before I continue like with any of the actual like gluing and mounting of anything. But I also have some stuff to show you guys too. Zeta Omega with the second. He is with the second. Well done. I put the first, second, and third back on now, so you guys can actually do that. I did turn them off for a while, but. By the way, after this stream, we're raiding an amazing guy called Robotron, or John Robertson. He's the one who does the Dark Room. He's incredible. He is also an Australian, by the way. Mr. B Cosplay. He is an amazing Australian. He does the Dark Room. It's a live action interactive like text-based adventure game, but it's all live in like on stage, and he's a comedian. He's so funny. He's so funny. I absolutely love him to bits. He's currently running a 50-hour charity stream. 50 hours he's doing a charity stream for. It is monumental, the work that man does for charity. It is monumental. He's a legend. I want people to support him and support the charities that he's like helping to like make better. I think it's Samaritans is one of them. Actually, mods, if you go to my Discord, in the announcement section of my Discord, I have posted the Samaritans and the other charity. I keep forgetting the name of the charity because I did find out about it today. So, you know, if you guys want to just grab those and put them in the chat for me, the names of the the charities that Rob is helping, or John, sorry, is helping. Robotron. Munchie, happy to have Instagram by the same name. Hint, hint. Sorry, don't do Insta. Just have to work with Twitch stuff. Ah, fair. I do like Instagram occasionally. It's a lot of fun. What I'm having a lot of fun with is TikTok. Ah, yes, the Trussell charity. Yes. Basically, it helps families who can't afford food and can't eat during Christmas, especially with the food prices and stuff going up so much recently. It just helps a lot of families and stuff, and it's a very awesome charity. It's a very awesome thing he's doing. 50 hours, mind you. 50 hours. I think it's absolute insanity. The man is a legend. So we're going to be raiding him after. So I think that'll be super, super awesome. But even if you don't intend on sticking around too long on his stream, which I recommend you do because it's really funny. You don't have to obviously stick around for the 50 hours, but stick around for a bit after the raid. I know I will. I'll be sitting down here for a little bit watching it before I pack up and head into the house. I've got to pack all my stream equipment away and stuff because it's freezing cold and it's super damp down here. I will be watching a bit of his stream as well. I did watch the 1 hour pre-stream that he did. He did a pre-stream before 8 o'clock. He actually started streaming the 50-hour stream at 8 o'clock. So it's 8 o'clock he's started. So he's really, really good. So he's fantastic. He's an absolute legend is what he is. So I'm going to be moving around a lot. So I hope you guys can see a bit. But I really do hope that you guys can at least see a bit of what I'm doing. I'm currently cleaning up the barrel now. Well, cleaning up the tip of the barrel now. So that it's clean and has some teeth to bite into the new glue. The new glue. Gotta get some new glue. Which I have here. Now, I don't mind too much about the old paint being there because I'm going to repaint it anyway. I'm going to be repainting the tip of the barrel and stuff anyway. So that's not so much of an issue. But I need to make sure that most of the barrel is like sanded and scraped a bit so that it, you know, just polish the tip. Yes, indeed. Just polishing the tip. Yes, the Samaritan's Dono link from his Twitter, and also could you put up the other link as well if you can, Ranger Krieg. I really, really appreciate that, my dude. You are a legend. Thank you so, so much. Just clean the barrel slowly. Fucking horny bastards. Oopsie daisy. There we go. Get all the gunk beneath the flash out of it. Yes, yes, yes. I'm cleaning it all off. My entire table is shaking. But like I said, this is my first stream doing cosplay stuff with the new setup, and I just blew the dust towards the mixer, and I'm like, fuck. So I'm going to have to make sure I don't do any blowing on stream. No one wants to see any blowing on stream, I tell you that much. Tell you what, if I was doing this right now, the sanding, and I had the camera angle changed to the me cam so you could actually just see my face, it would look so dodgy. It would look so, so dodgy. Oh, cool, cool, cool. The link is the same for both. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Heyo! Yeah, you got it. The stream is good. There we go. As long as I blow it away from all the equipment, then I'm okay. Pop that into the bin. Then I'm going to use a different thing now. I've got a sanding sponge. This will get just a lot of the little bits now, which is mainly the important bit. But I've kept the end of the barrel and stuff, and I'm not changing that. Don't worry, you can't be doing this kind of stuff unless you're in a hot tub. God damn it, Harry! I am in a hot tub. Just put hashtag hot tub. It'll be fine. Let's get this bit of hard glue off. There we go. Now, just so you know, a lot of this as well, a lot of the darker stuff, like the paint and stuff that I'm doing now, is Thompson's 10-year roof sealer, and it is stuck on the barrel. Like that's how amazing Thompson's 10-year roof sealer is. I just recently taught Nate the Chill Valhallan, one of my moderators in chat. I recently taught him about Thompson's 10-year roof sealer and how to use it. Tractor porn is a thing, you know. Yeah, well, basically, if it exists, there's porn of it. That's literally how it works. If it exists, there's porn of it. So, whatever you can think of, there's probably pornography of it. Cool. Right. So, Shane, back to me. Hello. There you go. This is what it currently looks like. I've sanded all of the old stuff away. Now, what's really good about it is when I put the new barrel, the new flash hider on, Thompson's 10-year roof sealer is going to do a lot of work filling in like where the gap between the two are. So it's not going to be a huge problem. So yeah, that's the gun taken apart, which, don't get me wrong, sad times, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We will now show you guys something really cool. So let me just get this dust off. Let me show you this really cool thing. So these are the patterns I use for my flash hiders for las guns. Now, with that being said, let me just undo this and tighten this back up. My microphone is playing up. There we go. Sorry. It keeps flopping around a bit too much, so I adjust it and tighten it up. So these are what I use for my flash hiders and stuff. So Zug has fan art, not porn art. I have one here. This one is, as you can see, the two foams are slightly different colors. I know it doesn't look like it, but one is darker than the other. This one's darker. This one's a denser foam, whereas this one's a much more flexible foam. This here is for a las pistol. So this one is small enough that it'll fit around a smaller barrel for a las pistol. I feel it's a bit long for a las pistol, so I might shorten it on the laser file and make it a touch smaller in terms of the width is fine. The width goes over the barrel that I've got that fit my las pistols fine, but the length of it I feel is a bit too long. I feel it tapers in here a bit too much and then sticks out, and it looks a bit too long on the old barrel there. So anyway, that's for las pistols and stuff. So I just wanted to show you guys that. But this one, this chunky boy here, this one is for... Oh, no worries, dude. Seriously, Munchie, thank you so much. Honestly, thank you so much. The VOD will be up and it'll be going over to my YouTube and stuff as well. So it'll be on my YouTube forever and ever. Anyway, let me blow the dust off my desk. This flash hider is the one that is going on the las gun. This is the one that will be replacing the old one. And I'm going to, well, I mean, it looks it right, but the thing is, it's pretty much the same length as the one for a las gun. So I felt it was a bit too long. So I'll test it. I'll put this together and I'll shorten it if I need to. But for now, it's fine. But This is the one we're working on. This is the one we're going to be using. And my contact cement ran out the other day while I was putting together the wonderful chainswords, which actually, I'll actually go and grab them, actually. Do you know what? I'll go grab the chainswords in a sec. Actually, I'll do that now. So if you bear with me just 1 second, I'll go grab the chainsword. Alrighty, so let me just grab my screwdriver a sec. Just gotta pop this out. There we go. That's popped out. So, this is one of 3 chainswords that I built recently. They are, let me move the microphone a bit so you guys can see a bit better. They are human scale chainswords. I built 3 of them. I have sold one, and it is going to Canada land. It is going to Canada land. So they are super, super awesome. The handles are plain. The engines are plain. The reason it's all plain is because they come to you like this. They come to you primed, sealed with rubber sealer, and sprayed in a matte black with 2 nice coats of matte black. This is ready to paint. So you paint this however you want. You can add your iconography on there, chaos stars, whatever you want, hazard stripes, or if you're a loyalist, you can be a boring loyalist if you want. Then you've got the engine cover, and inside I actually have a heat sink that I've made from foam as well. So there's a lot of detail in it. But I say that they're plain because I've not laser etched anything onto it. There's no iconography or anything on it. They are plain chainswords, ready to go. And oh, hello there, General Kenobi. Actually, hold on. Whether that played or not, I don't know. But like I said, I still need to figure out the sound clips and stuff. But let me know if that played. I actually have a sound clip that's General Kenobi, and I clicked it just now. Don't know if it worked, but you know. Anyway, these chainswords are basically up for grabs. I have 2 left. I ship worldwide at the payer's, discretion. If the postage is going to be something crazy like 80 quid, then obviously they're going to have to pay 80 quid for the postage. So, but they are up for grabs. They're super, super awesome. I really like them. I've already sold the one. I'm over the moon by it. Full Power Creations just gifted a tier 1 sub to Merlin. Merlin, welcome. Thank you so much, Full Power Creations. Seriously, dude, you're absolutely awesome. So that is one of 2 chainswords I have left. The other one is going to Canada land, so that'll pretty much be going tomorrow. No audio came through. That's fine. No worries. I've got audio samples and stuff on my Stream Deck, but because of the way the stream is set up, it doesn't quite work very well. But it's the way it is. I will work on a chainsword emote. That'll be really cool, actually. A chainsword emote would actually be pretty sick. So I will work on that. I'll see if I can find a really cool chainsword art or something, and I'll see if I can get someone to commission something that looks like it, or something that looks like the chainsword I have, or something. That'd be pretty cool. But Merlin, welcome. Obviously, you clearly have your Discord and stuff linked up to Twitch. You are now able to join the Iron Legion subscribers, my legionnaires of Iron Warriors, on my Discord. So if you're on my Discord, you can join them there, and I really, really appreciate it. So back to the building segment. We are currently on the flash hider part, and there's a lot of PVC pipe stuff here. You can make it an animated GIF. I know. I haven't actually worked on them yet, but if I can find somebody who can do it, then that'd be great. But I myself don't actually know how to do it. So I'll see about getting someone to help me with one of those. But yes, you can also access the first post. The first post, by the way, Merlin, is my subscribers get to know a few days in advance or usually the morning of before something happens. So my legionnaires, my army of iron warriors, they get to know things before it actually happens. How you doing? I'm doing really well, actually. Hold on, just to catch you up, Merlin. We are working on my lasgun. I've taken the flash hider off my lasgun and sanded it all back because it had its day. It was old. It was getting on a bit. So my new flash hider. This is the pattern I've made for flash hiders. This is how they come, flat pack, if you will. And these flat pack flash hiders. Oh wow, that's quite an interesting way of saying it. These flat pack flash hiders, I think that's quite cool, are going to be super easy. They go around the pipe. I measure the diameter of the pipe and I make sure that the length is fine, and then it just wraps around. But I like to pre-build them before they go on. It's much easier. But I'm doing very, very well. I hope you're doing well too, my friend. This is a brand new tin of contact cement, brand spanking new. Opened the 2nd of December. I opened this on the 2nd of December, which is today. So I'm opening it on stream right now. This is what I'm doing. Let me grab my little tray. This is my tray of stuff and screwdrivers and blades. And this is what I use to open tins. Although it can play up a little bit because the metal's a bit thick sometimes. There we go. I don't have an actual proper thing to open it, so I use this spannery thing I've got. There we go. I'm glad you're doing well, my friend. I'm glad you're doing well. Look at that. Oh, a brand spanking new tin of contact cement with a brand spanking new lollipop stick to use it. I tell you what, it is a little bit strong. It is a little bit strong, I'm not going to lie. But it is A-okay because I have the window in front of me open and it is an incredibly large workshop, so it's not a problem at all. We are going to just spread some of this on. Nice thin layer. I do with little things like this, so with like these thin little parts, what I like to do is, if I can, I will put a thin layer on like this until it's like, just on there. And once that's done, I'll do the other side and I'll let it dry and then do another layer. So I do 2 layers of contact cement and it does wonders. This stuff as well is so liquidy. It goes on so easily. I love this stuff. I get this stuff from cosplayshop.be or .ce or .de. Let me try and figure it out because... Oh, so cosplayshop.be, I was right, yeah, cosplayshop.be. The only downside is I have to get a friend of mine to order it. So he buys it and sends it to himself, so I pay him for that. I also cover the shipping and stuff to his place. And then once he does that, I then pay to ship it from him to me. I am going to be, once this tin and the tin after this one has run out, I'm going to be changing supplier to a UK supplier of contact cement, which is a shame because I really love this stuff. This stuff's incredible. We have a question in chat. Nate the Chill Valhallan. Who are you? Are you a first-time chatter? No, you're not. You're my mod. You're a legend. Question. With the primed and T10Y covered props, T10 Thompson's 10-year roof sealer. Is that how you're saying Thompson's 10-year roof sealer? I type it out. Now, here's the really cool thing. Hold on, let me change back to me. Here's the really cool thing. I type Thompson's or like THO, and as I type it, it says Thompson's, and I can just click the auto generate on my phone because I type Thompson's 10-year roof sealer so much that I can type Thompson's 10-year roof sealer. I love it. I thought that's fantastic. I recently got my hands on a drop pod, Chorus Knights, Basilisk, Merlin. That's insane. Holy crap, that's a lot of stuff. But yes, with the primed and Thompson's 10-year roof covered props, how well will it take additional things being glued, i.e. leathered? So I've found that if you're going to be, here's an example, the chainsword. If, for example, with this chainsword, I was going to leather wrap this handle, and I knew I was going to leather wrap the handle, I will heat seal it with a heat gun first before I do anything. So it's just raw foam. heat seal it with a heat gun, and then I will wrap it in 2 or 3 layers of masking tape. Then I'll go to town and Thompson's 10-year roof seal everything and get it all done. Then when I'm done with that and it's dried and everything and it is like this and I've sprayed it and everything, I'll then take that off and use contact cement straight onto the foam and then wrap the leather around. That way you have no issues. You can then mask the leather and then paint the chainsword how you want. That's, I say chainsword, whatever you're working on. But yeah, in terms of gluing to Thompson's 10-year roof sealer, I suggest using a sanding sponge or something to get rid of a good layer of it. But the only problem with that is Thompson's 10-year roof sealer turns to rubber. So if it peels and you try to peel it off, it sometimes can just run. So the peel will just come off like a big plaster. So it's really, really not good. So I try and mask off. I actually laser cut circles out of masking tape and put them on where I was putting purity seals and stuff on some props and stuff, just to make sure that I don't put any roof sealer on that particular bit. So personally, I don't glue to Thompson's 10-year roof sealer. In an emergency, or if you have to, use hot glue. I mean, to me, hot glue sticks to pretty much everything, even roof sealer. But if you have roof sealed something and it's a flat surface and you want to glue something to it, take your scalpel or something, and just draw some lines on it, like about 1.5 mil in. Scratch it, so scratch it all in. And once it's all scratched in and everything, you can then hot glue it and then slap it on, and it'll be fine. Zeta Omega, ahoy hoy, how are you? How are you? So for someone buying your sword. Not sure what you mean, Nate, for someone buying my sword. So you mean if somebody bought this and they wanted to add to it, I would suggest sanding the handle. They would have to sand the handle a bit more, just to get a bit of the top layer off and a bit of the roof sealer off. And then once they do that, then they could probably hot glue the leather on. You could try contact cementing it. I haven't tested it much myself, but you could do that. You could try and contact cement it after you've sanded it, after it's been sanded. This is actually 2 layers of 5 mil. I couldn't do it in a single 10 because of the radius of it, so I did 2 layers of 5, and it looks really good. Also, some people were saying in a group chat that we're in, were saying about the handle length. The handle length is actually pretty decent. The handle length is pretty decent. There's no big pommel on it, like a skull or something like everyone was saying, because I wanted to make these chainswords plain and easy so that people who buy them can then modify them themselves and do what they want with it. So that's what I'm doing. So, yeah, say they wanted an Imperial Fist logo on the side. If they wanted an Imperial Fist logo on the side, they couldn't go to hell. That's what I'm gonna say to that. That's gonna say to that. So this has had some time to go tacky, and just making the mask. Oh, you're doing the mask, dude! Awesome. Yeah, the mask on the Joy of Chaos stream was absolutely fantastic. I thought it was brilliant. Really looking forward to seeing the completed thing. Make sure you post pictures of the completed mask, by the way, dude. I want to see them. Post them to my Discord. I'd really appreciate that. I'd love to be able to see it once it's done. Another thin layer of Thompson's 10-year roof sealer. Another thin layer of contact cement here now. Another thin layer of contact cement here now to get that done. Thank you so much, Mr. Ranger of Krieg, my good friend, absolute legend, and the Discord. If you guys haven't already, join the Discord. Remember, if you are a subscriber or if you've been gifted a sub, you can link your Discord and your Twitch together, and you can gain access to the Legionnaires private section on my Discord channel. Also, the contact cement has rubbed through my glove, so I am now going to be thumbless. I'm just going to pop this off. There we go. I am now thumbless man. Thumbless man. We'll post to the Discord and my Instagram. Dude, that would be fantastic. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So, I'm going to let this dry a little bit more. Let's dry a little bit more. Once this is completely dry, it will stick together like shit. It's awesome. I love this stuff. Although, don't get me wrong, this stuff has been sitting in my house for quite some time because it takes a while to go through each tin. The last tin I have, it's in the bin over on the other side of the workshop. The last tin I had, I opened on... when did I open it? Oh, God. Was it? I think it was June of this year. So June, July, August, September. Do you know what? It lasted over 6 months. And that was making a lot of props, too. That was a lot of repairs and making props and stuff. Also, the 3 chainswords, the three of these guys. I say 3, actually. It made 2 first, and then they proved to be so popular, I made another 3. So it's made 5. It's made 5 chainswords, and that tin was being used rigorously because I use I don't use a lot of contact cement in terms of like how much I use, but I use contact cement for more than normal people would, I think. The lasgun, for example, this is mostly contact cement. The only parts that are hot glued are this skull, these skulls on the side. They're hot glued on because hot glue. And the actual insides of the main body, there's a lot of hot glue, but there's also contact cement to hold the barrels and stuff together for the metal bars and stuff. So yeah, that's contact cement is amazing. Use contact cement if you can. Use contact cement. Right. Okay. So table cam. We are here, or the handy cam, shall we call it? So you can now just grab these pieces and squeeze them together. Look at that. I love how that goes together. I love how that goes together. So nice. Sorry, I didn't actually show you guys. There you go. See, it's gone together. And then you fold this one. Now, I always try to do it butt to front, so I always try to go from the very back first. I just saw somebody's typed in chat, but I'm just going to do this super quick, and then I'll check chat. I can see it on my monitor next to me. Zeta Omega, I was planning out which model to do over the holidays on stream, as well as another tribute stream project. That's awesome, dude. Funny thing you should say that. You know, I was telling you I have a streamer friend of mine who does VTubing. Hold on, let me change back to me. I have a streamer friend who does VTubing. Remember, I was telling you on the stream that you guys were on. I was talking to him about prices and stuff, and he was talking about the prices of you were saying, was it 1,200 you paid? Was it 1,200 you said you paid for your avatar? I think they call them avatars. I don't know. For your VTuber, your model. He was talking to me about prices and stuff, and he was saying how expensive they can be, and how dear some of them can be. Sometimes they can be extremely expensive depending on what you want and how much rigging you want done on it and stuff like that. So it's sometimes they can be very, very. We call that nuts to butts in the US. Nuts to butts. There you go. Nuts to butts. Also, hello, Norwegian Viking Gaming. How are you doing? Welcome. 1,200 euros. 1,200. There we go. Sorry, yeah, 1,200. Yeah, I was right. I was talking to him last night and I was mentioning it because he does a lot of streams and stuff, and he has his own model. He makes his own models and stuff. It's very, very awesome. He does some incredible work. Check it out. Look at it. It is level. It is perfect. It looks schmexy. I really like how it's looking. It's lined up exactly because, again, I used a laser and cut it like the exact same size. So, you know. But, yes, that is the perfect length. I'm very, very happy with it. The foam is much stiffer. It's still foam, so it still flexes. But compared to the foam I had before, which was just a P60, it was very, very flexible, very, very easy to bend. This is also easy to bend, but it's much stiffer. So it's not as forgiving as the other one. Whereas this one, if it butts against something, you'd feel it before it bent. Whereas the 5mm foam I used before, the P60, it would like push against something and just immediately bend, and it wasn't great. So that is fantastic. I'm really happy with that. So what I'm going to do now is just push the rest of this together. I'm now going to grab the contact cement. I'm going to contact cement both. So what I'm going to do now depends on the options you want. On the appetite. Yeah, fair enough. Because I know like yours moves a lot, doesn't it? Yours has like a lot of movement and stuff, and so does his. And he has a bunch of different costumes and stuff he can put on his, and different hats and different expressions, and it blinks and follows his mouth and stuff like that. It's a lot. You're sitting in front of your PC. Nice. Welcome. Hope you're enjoying the stream so far. I know you've just joined, but yeah, I'm for those of you who don't know, actually, from Norwegian Game, actually, I'm currently I'm replacing the flash hider on my Death Korps of Krieg lasgun because it needed fancying up. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to keep talking to you guys, and I'm going to lather the barrel of the gun in contact cement so that I have a nice even coating on it. But what I need to do at the same time is put contact cement on the points in this as well, because what I'm going to be doing is sliding it on while the contact cement is still fairly wet. So because I've done it before where I tried to leave this flat. I didn't put it together like this. I left it flat, and then I put it on as the contact cement was dry and folded it over to then only find out that the barrel was just ever so slightly like tilted to one side, and that bugged me to no end. So what I do now is I build it like this, so it's the flash hider is the flash hider. I will then put contact cement inside it all the way up to where I need it, and I will then on the barrel do the same and just put contact cement all around it, and then I'll slide them on while they're wet. And then what I do is I will use my finger with the glove on and dry the contact cement between here. I will dry the contact cement off so that there's no like contact cement like just there when I'm painting it. Even though no one will really see it and it just adds to the sort of texture of the barrel, it is better to just not have. Right, where is... I had a lollipop stick just now, and it has vanished. Swear to Benji. Did I throw it away? I did not eat it, did I? No, I didn't. Where did I put that? Did anyone actually see where I put that? I'm Warrior Cosplay presents The Missing Lollipop Stick. There it is. It was on the floor. Fabulous Bill! Yes, indeed, he is building a fabulous Bill, and it is awesome. The pictures are on my Discord if you want to go have a look. It's absolutely fantastic. Amazing bit of kit. Cool. So I am now putting on the contact cement all inside the flash hider, just to show you guys that I'm doing it with my lollipop stick. Now I'm being a bit generous with the contact cement because it is better to be a bit more generous with it when you're trying to do the technique I'm doing, which is putting it on while it's wet. Putting it on while it's wet. Put a little bit more in the middle. There we go. There we go. Now, I get rid of this and just put it down for a second because I use my finger then. And use this to rub on the contact cement around the barrel, because using a lollipop stick doesn't quite work on the rounded surface, whereas using my finger works amazingly. But that does mean that this glove is pretty much now done. Like I can't, there's not really much point in using this glove for the rest of stream now, because it is going to have contact cement all over it, and it gets really sticky. And I can't use my keyboard and stuff then, so... Right, so while this is going on, oh, it's already drying a bit as well. Damn. Gotta make sure that there's plenty on there for when I put the barrel on. Ooh. There we go. Now, this is the important bit. Put the gun straight down and look at it, and then turn the barrel so that it's bang on, dead straight where you want it, and fold the foam a little bit if you have to. And there we go. I apologize for not showing all of that process, but I do have to be very quick with that. I do have to be very quick with it. And now, you saw the edges, for example. let me just show you again. So you know the edges here, this edge here. Now, obviously, when you fold these over, they only have 5mm and 5mm to hold on to. They're not super strong. You could easily tear it apart, even with contact cement, even with hot glue. You could just tear them apart. Tear them apart. Sorry, my apologies. I had lunch before stream. Well, I said lunch. I had a snack before stream, and now I'm burping. You obviously don't have much strength there. There's not much in the way of strength. You can leave it as it is. It'll be strong enough to hold itself together. But the problem you have is it's not strong by itself. But now, after it's been contact cemented to the barrel, this seam and this seam, the little seam here and this long seam here, are now glued to the barrel of the gun. So you now have that strength. You have all the glue on the inside of that holding it together. So this barrel ain't coming off. You saw how difficult it was for me. I had to use a knife and scrape it all off. Once you've got the barrel on using contact cement, it's pretty much on. The best thing as well is be sure to do what I did and use a very high grit, or low grit. Use the roughest, grittiest, angriest sandpaper you can and really score the PVC pipe. It gives it teeth so that the contact cement can actually bite into it, so that it's much, much stronger. I love movement in my avatar as priest robes and vials and arms, tubes. Yeah, it's awesome. Servo arms are always moving. The eyes act like focus lenses and cameras as I move my eyes. That's making it look like I am zooming and focusing my eyes. Also change color to red, green, yellow, and blue. That's so sick. I mean, obviously, you'd be able to do all that because of the amount you paid for it, obviously, and that's incredible. Because I know there's a lot of what are they called, JPEG streamers, JPEG VTubers, where they'll just have images that move, and there's a little bit of sympathetic movement with the images because they're layered, and I think that's pretty cool. That, my friends, is I'm considering done. So there you go. See that? That is my. Oh, let me straighten it up so you guys actually see it straight. There you go. That's my Death Korps of Krieg las gun. What I like about it as well is I made this line dead on in between these two, so when you aim it, it actually feels like you're aiming it. But that, as you can see, is the new flash hider for the Death Korps of Krieg las gun. Now, I'm going to let this dry while I chat to you guys for a bit. And then once this dries a bit, I'm also going to get some Thompson Semi roof sealer and actually roof seal it, because I'm going to roof seal it because I'm going to be spraying it tomorrow. So I'm going to be masking off as much as I can and just spraying the front of the barrel and painting it up. I'm going to mask the actual piece I've got here. I'm going to mask this up as well, and mask it all up, and then paint it with roof sealer, and then spray it all black, and then spray it with lead belcher, and then I do a dry brush of silver, and then I do a wash over it, and then once that's all done, it is pretty much complete. I'm really, really happy with that. What do you guys think? Do you like it? I think it looks pretty fancy. So fancy. It's gone from the old one to the new one. New foam. New, more dense foam. Denser foam, the better. I absolutely love it. Just checking. Always pressing it is the best thing. I always press it. I always like to make sure that the contact cement is adhering as best as possible. It's working very, very well. But like I said, that wasn't super dry when I put it on. It was still wet, and that's the point. So that's why I'm still pressing it and stuff, because as it dries slowly, when you then press it together, it then glues together. Looking snazzy. I really appreciate that. And also, I need to repaint a little bit around here where the bayonet goes, because I took the bayonet off a bunch of times. I took the bayonet on and off a bunch of times at MCM London. And it took its toll on the PVC and started chipping away some of the paint that was right at the front. And some of the roof seal peeled off a little bit right on the very, very lip, right on the very edge of it. So I'm going to let that dry. Cable ties. So I use these little screws and cable ties for spraying my chainswords. So what I do is the chainsword, I always leave a piece of the wood, the dowel that's inside the handle. I always leave a piece sticking out, and I will put a little hole in it, and I'll screw a little tiny screw about this deep into it. Just about that deep into it, like that. And then I'll put a cable tie and zip the cable tie into it. I then wrap the cable tie like this around the pipe I have. That's hanging on my my spray booth, and then I'll use a big clamp and clamp this to the pipe so that it just holds it. And when I'm done, I just take these out, and then just a little bit of sanding and spray it, and it's done. There's just a tiny little hole there, then it's not a problem at all. No one really notices. So there's that. I always keep those. Those go in a special pot, actually. I might toss those there for now. So I'm going to close the contact cement nice and tight. There we go. Awesome. Right. Ooh, side of that tin is not looking healthy. So that will be coming back up to the house with me because it always goes indoors. I never leave it down here. My hands are fucking freezing, I tell you that much. My hands are cold. Okay, right. So, let me move this out of the way for a second. Right, so, we are back. So here we are. We're in the chat section. We can now chat away. So you're looking snazzy, Zeta Omega. I really appreciate that, my dude. I really do try my best to work as hard as I can to get my props looking as good as possible. The piece here, this large piece here that holds the two. Well, it doesn't actually hold them, but it's just a detail piece that's on the lasgun that looks like it's holding the barrels together. That's showing its age as well, so I'm probably never going to replace that. The reason being is it goes on before the barrel goes on. So technically, if I wanted to, I should have replaced that before doing the flash hider, but I have no intention of replacing this because it really does need a lot of work to actually get it on and fit and everything. So, but if I ever did do it, I'd probably do it on stream, but it would be a job and a half to do. But I'm loving how it looks. I think it looks absolutely incredible. I do love this lasgun. I've built two. The first one I was going to build for myself because I'd never built a lasgun before. So I was going to build the first one for myself and be like, cool, here's like number one proof of concept. Like this is, here's all the changes I had to do, all the measurement changes and stuff I had to do, bits and bobs. But instead, Nerd Princess, Frankie, Nerd Princess, was just like, nope, I want number one. I'm doing a Death Korps of Krieg. I want one. So she decided she wanted one. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I'll make you one after I make mine. And she was like, no, I want number one. So she has numero uno. She has the number one. This is the second lasgun I made, with many changes. Like I said, after the first one, I had a list of changes that I could do. And I've changed a lot on this lasgun, both internally, like structurally, how I put it together, but also externally, like the skulls and stuff I've added. I added the actual metal loops. These are actually part of the gun now. They can hold the entire gun's weight. It's really, really nice. So I'm just going to squeeze this together a bit more. Make sure the contact cement sticks. There we go. Right, let that dry. We shall chat a bit more. Just get this out of the way. There we go. It is kind of funny. I got my artist/VTube mother interested in Warhammer. She is interested in Sisters. Nice! Sister of Battle is pretty awesome. I still love the way dude, Merlin, I really appreciate that. I'm not gonna lie, I like I genuinely, don't get me wrong, I do love the one I made for you, but my god was it a fucking headache to make. Some of the parts of that thing, the main body, for example, the main body was the most difficult part. The stock and stuff was pretty easy, but the main body was the most difficult. Trying to get it so that I had plenty of supports for the barrels, because the barrels have to be supported. I'll give an example. Hold on. See if I can change. If I change to this one, this is much wider. Inside the Krieg lasgun, let me just move my microphone a bit so you guys can hear me a bit better. Let me just move you there. There you go. So inside the Death Korps of Krieg lasgun, well, mine specifically, so that I can explain to you how it works. The tip of the PVC pipe here goes down here, through this piece, obviously, down here with the details. It sits on top of this piece, and it's also very heavily hot glued to this piece as well. But it goes into the main body to about here. This PVC pipe is that much longer inside. The reason being for that is the way I make the stocks. This is solid foam. This is 10, 20, 30. That's 40 mil EVA foam that I then shape and sand to look like the stock for the Deathcore Krieg las gun. Then on the end of it, it's completely flat. So what I do is I marry them together using the metal rods that are inside the stock of the gun, because inside this there's metal rods. There's metal rods that are the same shape. So the metal rods actually go, so for example, the metal rod starts here inside the PVC pipe, comes out to here, down here, into the back of the las gun, doesn't go all the way to here, it goes to about the inside of this circular detail piece here, then it goes up, and then it also dives down here a little bit and goes up, and then immediately sort of goes from going up like a roller coaster to immediately going flat so that they both meet. And then that smaller rod ends inside here a little bit so that it doesn't impede with this piece here, because this has this PVC pipe going through it, which doesn't go all the way through. This only goes to about here, and then it has a metal rod. There's a lot of metal going in inside these, but the metal and PVC build means that the las gun is the most solid thing ever. Here's an interesting thing for you. This is what I love doing and showing people. I make the las guns so strong that you can hold the entire weight of the gun by the stock. The only thing that'll give up is my hand. The actual gun itself is strong as anything. Seeing it on stream like that, by the way, seeing it on stream like that with the lighting and stuff, I think looks really fancy. I really like it. I like I said, I know I'm tooting my own horn, but I really do genuinely love props. Props make me very happy. Seeing other people's props, building my own, just it makes me very, very happy. I love it. I love it. Have you seen the hands I made for Fabius Ball? I have not seen the hands you've made for Fabius Ball. Please post them in the Discord. And I will have a look after stream. I will absolutely love to see those. I'll have a look after stream. Let me jump back over to here so that chat is up on the screen as well. I feel like my gun was a learning experience for you somehow. It was. It genuinely was. Your gun was an honest to God learning experience for me, because with a Krieg las gun, it's boxes. It's squares. You know, it's all squares and boxes. This piece is just stacks of foam. It's a cube. It's square. Everything is square, and it all goes together. Then the barrels go into that, and I can sort that out. I can make, connection pieces that hold it all. Whereas the one I made for you for the Gaunt's Ghost, the inside, I couldn't make the main body of it a solid piece of foam, because if I made it a solid piece of foam, I'd have to have like drill bits like a mile long to get through it, and it wasn't going to work. So I made yours semi-hollow. You have the side pieces, but then you have these two domed pieces at the top. Do you know what? I haven't had a hydrate tonight, so I'm going to have a hydrate myself. I love it. Yeah, so sorry, I hit my microphone. The inside was empty. Obviously, I filled it up and stacked it properly after I had figured it out and put everything inside. There's supports and stuff inside it to give it the strength, but the way I've done the inside of it was difficult, but it was a learning experience. Yeah. Merlin, I swear to you, you own the only one. I mean, don't get me wrong. Maybe one day I'll build another one if I ever have a need to build another one, but I don't feel I'll need to build another one, because obviously you wanted one. Don't get me wrong. I know after I built yours, I had two people come to me being like, can you build me one? I was like, no, because it was so close after. I was just like, I can't do it. The file's too big for Discord. That sucks. If you pop it into like Photoshop or something, you can save it as a different format, and you can actually reduce the quality of it a little bit, and it makes the file size smaller. Then you'll be able to pop it into Discord. The only issue is I don't have a Discord that's like boosted or anything. I know Chapter Master Valrak, his server, because someone gifted me a sub to Chapter Master Valrak while I was on his YouTube stream. So you can join his upper hive, he calls it. Mine's the Iron Cage, his is the upper hive. You can join in and his Discord has been boosted so much. You can upload crazy big files on there. It is massive. Do you agree? Do I agree with you? Do I agree with you? Hold on, let me make sure. I think if you did one like mine again, you'd probably have given the support rod from the back a different shape. Yes, you're right, because I remember the way I did the rod on that one. Don't get me wrong, yours is super strong. There is nothing wrong with yours. Yours is a heckin' strong boy. Yours is a really strong piece of kit. The only thing I tell people to be careful with is the bayonets. Like for my lasgun, like when I gave it to Franco, I was like, be careful with the bayonet. Bayonet is delicate. The way I make bayonets now, different. The bayonets I make now are much stronger. But the bayonet, like the bayonet I made you, for example, yours is much stronger than the bayonet I made for my lasgun originally. But the new bayonet I have for my lasgun is still made of wood, so it's still not super, super strong and super sturdy, so I'm still very careful with it. But I will make one eventually that has the metal rod inside it. But yes, I do agree with you. I would make the support rod different inside it, but I would still use a support rod. I would just use a longer one, because if I had that 7 or 8 inches, maybe 7 inches longer than what I needed it, I could have put it inside the main body and used that as the main support for the body, and then put the tube and stuff in. Oh, you sent it to me, Messenger. Awesome. I will check it after stream. I don't have Messenger and stuff on right now, and I don't have Facebook on this PC. Believe it or not, I don't have Facebook on this machine. I just use OBS, and I have stream and Discord, and that's it. So, but yeah, I will check that after stream, my friend. I will absolutely check that out. The lasgun's still dry. I'm going to leave it a little bit longer. I'm going to make sure that it has plenty of time to cure before I go at it with Thompson Tenure Roof Sealer. We've been streaming for an hour and a half already. Holy crap, that is madness. But I will be roof sealing this before the end of stream. Don't worry. I just want to make sure that it's settled and stuff first. Oh, my phone's charged. There we go. So I want to make sure it's the area of the trigger where the trigger handle was. You told me don't hold it the entire weight. Yeah, not by the whole weight, because the actual handle itself, as well as it is supported, you can, like, if you put the gun on your shoulder, like that, and then grabbed the gun handle for like photos and stuff, that's fine. I've seen you do it. It's great. You look really awesome doing it. But don't actually hold the gun by the length of it. But you can hold it by the stock. You can hold it by the stock, fine, but just don't hold it by the handle. But I would do it differently if it was longer as well. Like I said, if the rods I had were longer, they would have done more loop-de-loops, and I would have put stuff together a bit stronger, and it would have been much, much better. But that's the thing. It was a learning curve. I'd never built a Gaunt's Ghost lasgun before. I built 2 of these, but not a Gaunt's Ghost one. So a lot of the techniques I learned from this one, I did put into your one. I really did. This was a big learning curve for me. And I love this lasgun. I get compliments about this lasgun even now. At the age that it is, people are still like, it's such a good gun. I'm like, I really appreciate it, and it really, really means a lot. Norwegian Gamer, have a great day. See you later. Have a good one, Norwegian Gamer. Thank you so much for coming. You bloody legend. See you around, mate. If you do it again, you'd have to support Rod in there as well. Yes, I would. I would absolutely have. I'd have a longer support rod in the main body, and I'd have a support rod that was part of the stock that went into the grip and then back out and then into the gun. That's how I would build it if I was building it now. But like I said, I'm not going to build another Gaunt's Ghost lasgun. I may build another one of these. I did have this insane idea, and don't get me wrong, I don't know if I'll ever do it, because it's a lot of work for kind of a cool payoff, but it's a lot of work for what it is. That's coming apart. I just realized there's a little bit of my lasgun coming apart on the detail piece around the skull. There you go. There's another little piece I can fix in a sec using some of the contact cement. The plan was to build 3 of these, so 3 more, so 4 in total. And I was going to get a wooden crate, and I was going to make a wooden crate of lasguns, and it was going to just be a load of lasguns, like identical, all of them identical to each other, and have 4 of them in a crate, and then be able to take it to a con and have it like set up at my table and have lasguns inside it, and then be like, who wants a group photo? And then just take out lasguns and hand them to people. I like I said, I always have a lot of insane plans, but it's just actually executing them, because damn, that'd be a lot of work. I mean, one lasgun takes me 2 weeks. Whether it would take me 2 weeks now, I don't know. But I know I built Frankie's in 2 weeks, but I built mine in, I think, just over a week. But that was because I was full on at it and I just built one. I went from building Frankie's lasgun was drying. It was hanging in the workshop and it was drying. And while it was drying, ready to get sprayed the next day, I had started cutting parts out for my lasgun. That's how quick it was. It was like one after the other. I might ask you to make me something along the lines at some point. Ooh, that would be very cool. Nate, I would love that. That'd be fantastic. Plasma gun with blue RGB lighting. Plasma gun would be so cool. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I tell you what I have got that I need doing is I've got my heavy bolter. It's built. I just need to Thompson Stanley roof sealer it and paint it. There's also the connection I need to make for the belt because I have the huge belt feet that goes into the backpack. I need to actually modify that and make it so that it can attach in, but I need to make it so that it isn't crappy looking. It needs to look the part, but you know. It's the difference between planning as you go and knowing what you... Yeah, exactly. Like, I knew I wanted to build myself a lasgun, but at the time, I had no intention of doing a Death Korps of Krieg cosplay. Like, I had... Ask Ranger of Krieg. I had no intention of making a Death Korps of Krieg cosplay at all. But I wanted a lasgun because I built Frankie one and I loved it so much. The thing I loved about the lasgun so much was the stock. The stock is what I love the most because I made it the right... Well, here's a really funny thing, right? The pattern for the lasgun stock came from an image of a lasgun, right? But the scale for the stock came from an actual gun that we own, an actual shotgun that we... Well, we have shotguns. We have multiple. But honestly... It's scaled to one of those. I just made it a touch longer at the back to this piece here. I had to make the height of this a bit taller so that I could fit this last block in because it was only like just a quarter, and I was like, that's not quite good enough. So yeah, you know. And I have more Krieg stuff than you. It became an addiction. It became an addiction. I built the lasgun, left it for years, didn't think about it, took it to cons and stuff. And that was it. I mean, you yourself know you were there. But then I said, I want to build a Krieg. So I went to the Krieg himself, Ranger of Krieg, asked the Death Korps of Krieg man. I was like, excuse me, can I build myself a Death Korps of Krieg? And you were like, yeah, of course. And I think you said, as long as you don't do a commissar. And I was like, no, I'm going to do a commissar. I'm going to do a commissar. I'm going to do a standard guardsman. I went out to do it thanks to my friend Holly, who made me a trench coat. She made me the trench coat. And once I got the trench coat and the rest of the stuff I'd bought, I'd been slowly buying stuff. And once I got everything together and I did that first test fit of everything at Holly's with my helmet and stuff, with the gas mask and everything, I was really, really happy. It's the gas mask that took me the longest. It took me less time. It took me less time to design this, right? To get this sorted on Lightburn. And get all the parts and stuff measured out and everything. It took me less time to do that than it took me to make that fucking gas mask. The pattern for the gas mask, it didn't so much take long as it took my entire sanity because I couldn't get the plans right. But thanks to, as many of you know, if you've watched the videos and everything, as many of you know, Yanovich, the absolute legend, had hey, Real Tiny Designs, welcome. Yanovich had a video where he was building his gas mask, but he did it in a different way. But what he did was he posted onto his video, in like the top corner of his video, was like a drawing that he had done of like the rough pattern. So I took a screenshot of it and blew it up. And I took a rough idea, a rough design from it, and I put it onto Lightburn. And I was like, this makes no sense to me. So I modified it a bit more and tried to put them together and see if it'd work. And I cut it out of paper first. Well, what I decided to do is instead of cutting it out of paper with scissors, I put a sheet of paper on the laser and let the laser cut it out so that it was exactly what it was on Lightburn, an identical copy of what it was on Lightburn. It was monumentally huge. It was so big. It took me a long time to get the scale right, to get the pattern right, to get it working right. Now, at the time, I didn't have that piece that goes under your chin for the gas mask. I had a rough pattern that I wanted to use for it, but it was way too small. And I had to then, after the gas mask was built and I was testing it and stuff, I had to cut a V groove into it and split it apart. I had to tear the foam a little bit along where the contact cement was, and I had to put a piece in and re-glue it. And it wasn't great. It wasn't pretty. But once I'd sanded it and filled it all in and got it all sorted, you can't see that underpiece on my new, on the old gas mask, sorry. But when I made the new pattern for the gas mask, actually, do I have the pattern here? Yes, I do. With my new pattern, Ranger of Krieg, if you can go to my Etsy and get my pattern link, that'd be amazing. My pattern, yes, my Death Korps of Krieg gas mask pattern. This piece here was the most difficult piece to make. These two were all right, but this piece here, the chin piece, was the hardest part to do. And then obviously there's the pattern itself, but and on the back of the pattern it shows a picture of yours truly, in his Death Korps of Krieg, taken by Richard Burge, shooting cosplays, the legend himself. So yeah, if you guys want my gas mask pattern, by the way, it is available on Etsy. Ranger of Krieg has gone to get the link right now, and I really appreciate it. Hopefully he'll post a link shortly. With that, then you'll be able to make a gas mask. The only thing you need to buy separately is a GP5. You need to buy a GP5 Soviet-era gas mask. And I have a build tutorial video that you guys can watch along and actually build along with. I spent 6 hours filming that video. 6 hours. I spent an entire day filming the video and edited it down to what I could, and it was 2 hours. I think it's just over 2 hours, like 2 hours and 7 minutes or something like that, my video is. And that alone, probably one of the hardest things I've had to film, because I had to make sure I was like 10 steps ahead of myself to make sure that I was showing you guys exactly what to do. And there's a lot of cuts in it, but the reason those cuts are is I do something and I go, right, those cuts, and I would hold the piece, or I would be doing something, and then I would hold it there for a bit, and then I'd stop filming. And then I would go there, check everything. I have a tick list going through it. It took me a while to build. I don't know how SKS Props does it. He pumps out so many videos. I can't believe it. It is monumental. I don't know how he does it. Steph, it's Steph Sketches. Hello, how are you? Hey, Steph, what do you think? What do you think of my background? It's got big IV for the Iron Warriors for the 4th Legion. It's got my sign. Look, it's got light and everything. It's so cool. How are you? I hope you're doing well. It's been ages since I've seen you. So, for those of you who don't know, this isn't Steph, my girlfriend. My girlfriend Steph is Steph with a PH. This is my very, very close friend Steph with an F. And she is absolutely fantastic. She supports me a lot. She's been absolutely fantastic. She betrayed us all and moved to Jersey, and I haven't seen her in a moon. But yeah, hopefully she'll be back sometime. Maybe you come back during Christmas and then we can say hi. Look at that Merlin Moles Red Greek. Hello, ma'am, fellas, I love it. But how have you been, Steph? How have you been? I haven't seen you stream in a while. I miss you streaming. Love the background. I'm really glad you like the background. I'm glad you like the background. There we go. That is solid. So that's how solid it is. Hell yeah. So contact cement is incredible. Contact cement is so strong that once it's dry, you can hold the very tip of it. And also, let me just hold this hand up so I'm not like trolling you or anything, but you can hold it by the tip of the las gun. That's how strong it is. So I'm very, very happy with that. So now it is time. Let me just... I'm back at Exodus, renting a car to see everyone. Oh my god, yeah, do you know what? I actually forgot that you could drive. I forgot, because you had a van. Steph was a legend and got a van, everyone. Because vans are the best. Let me grab my... Now, let me go back to this camera so that I can show you guys. But I'm going to grab my cutting mat. So I have a cutting mat that goes on a cutting mat. The reason I have a cutting mat that goes on a cutting mat is this cutting mat is, I'm trying to keep it as clean as possible. I do cut on this cutting mat, but when it comes to roof sealer and stuff, I try to use something like this. I don't like putting the las gun upside down like this because it rests on the little nubbin I've got there, so I might get something to sort of support it a little bit, but we'll see. I might be moving it around a lot in a sec anyway, so it's not a problem. But oh yeah, Angry Fan, rest in peace, you loud monster. Oh, I can tell you what, it was really, really fun. It was a great thing. Contact stinks. I put a respirator in last time I used it. Contact cement does stink. This stuff isn't actually that bad. Don't get me wrong, it does have a smell to it, but I always make sure that, well, not always for streams because it's super cold, but for this stream, I opened the window behind the camera, which is literally here. The window is like right behind me. I've opened the window. The blinds are up a little bit, but the window is open, so I'm getting fresh air in, even though it's super fucking cold. But I'd rather have that than shitty lungs because I didn't bother wearing a respirator. But the only reason I'm not wearing a respirator is so I can talk on stream, but also because I have the window open and I'm in a very large workshop, so I'm in a very open-aired area. So it's not a huge issue. I just realised I've opened the tin of contact cement and not the tin of roof sealer because I'm talking and distracting myself. Also, how can you forget I drove you through Brecon to go carry on drinking at Lewis? Yeah, do you remember? I didn't forget, but I'm saying, do you remember? No. I tell you what, I didn't forget. I didn't forget many of our adventures. We've had so many adventures together, but no, I didn't forget. Ladies and gentlemen, Thompson's 10-year roof sealer. This stuff is the best stuff ever. I don't care who you are. It is incredible stuff. It works wonders. It makes you more of a man. Makes your libido work better. No, I'm joking. But it is amazing stuff. I swear by Thompson's 10-year roof sealer. Mainly, move this. Mainly, I swear by it, because if you use things like Plastidip, it costs so much. No, like, I have nothing against Plastidip, but if it was cheaper, I'd use it. Now, this has separated a little bit. Now, roof sealer, by the way, does get a little bit of water on top of from the condensation in my workshop, but it's not a huge issue. So let me change to this. So I like to liberally apply Thompson's 10-year roof sealer all over the prop. It's not great painting roof sealer on stream because it's not as interesting as I make it out to be when I tell people how amazing roof sealer is. But when you used it, if you've used it yourself, you'll know how incredible it is. And it really is amazing stuff. I love it. I can't get enough of Thompson's 10-year roof sealer. I think it's fantastic. I need an adventure to yours down in the new year, or a woman if you want that. Dude, you are welcome to come down to mine in the New Year's. I'd be grateful to see you. I'd be very, very happy to see you. I had a flying visit, obviously, when I dropped off your cutout. When I dropped off your new stream cutout. I haven't actually seen you stream since. Actually, you've been busy, haven't you? Because you were away in Nottingham for a while, weren't you? You were doing something away in Nottingham. I keep forgetting what it was. Probably something to do with Warhammer, but I've forgotten what it was because I've been so busy myself with life the way it's been. Yeah, you are absolutely welcome to come down. I'm actually going to be doing some streams in person with some people eventually, but also Season 5, as everyone knows, Season 5, it's alive. That's going to be in-person streams, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to make sure that Season 5 is people I haven't interviewed before, and then afterwards, then I'll be doing in-person streams and going back onto Zoom and Discord and stuff to interview people who can't actually make it to the UK, to Wales, to my little workshop. I say little workshop, to the workshop. Painting this with a roof sealer. This is only the first coat, so you don't need to be super, super, like, gentle with it, but you can be a bit liberal. You can, oh, damn, sorry, you can't see. That's the issue with streaming, is when you move stuff where you want, you can't see. So yeah, hold on. You need to be liberal with it, but not overly liberal with it. Like, you can see it's not covering the PVC as well, because obviously you need more than one layer before it'll cover the PVC properly. But once you do get more than one layer, it covers it really well. But yeah, this is first time I've actually properly like use the roof sealer on stream. I've not really done it before. I have done a few streams. One since then. I think there were 40 people from the Twitch Warhammer Painter community who went up to Warhammer World last week. It was so good. Over half of the attendees were streamers. That's so cool. So it was Stream Fest then. So it was like instead of Warhammer Fest, it could just be like Stream Fest. All the streams. Oh, my painting streams were so chaotic. Paint spills, throwing my brushes. I enjoyed it. I even enjoyed your gaming streams. Your gaming streams, Steph. They were a lot of fun. And I used to join in. Sea of Thieves. God, I miss Sea of Thieves. Yes, I did. Ranger of Krieg. Ranger of Krieg was asking in the Discord whether I heat gunned the foam, and what I did was pre-stream, after laser cutting it, I even Dremeled it before stream. I Dremeled it and heat gunned it before stream because I didn't want to Dremel or heat gun on stream with the microphone and stuff. I didn't want to create too much dust, so I took the heat gun and the Dremel over to the other side of the workshop. If I ever do like full streams where I'm actually like building and sanding and dremeling and stuff on stream, I might have to get something to cover the microphone and the stream deck and stuff. I might have to get like a bunch of little covers to go over everything, because foam dust is an absolute fucking pig and it gets in everywhere. I don't want it to ruin anything. But yes, for those of you wondering if I heat sealed the foam first, yes I did. I did it before stream because I didn't want to use loud heat guns and stuff on stream. Even though I think this microphone would be quite good with it, because this microphone has like a noise gate and stuff. So if it does go too loud, it will actually stop. Like it'll peak and it'll just cut off the microphone. I'm not sure though. I don't really want to try and break the microphone. I got to play my first ever game in 9th edition with my knights. I barely finished them 1 week beforehand. Loved it. Congratulations, dude. Merlin won. Congratulations, dude. my warlord was lethal, dude. I can't wait to try 9th edition. We were discussing it in the mod VC. I really appreciate that. But yes, I did. The reason I did it was because I didn't want to make loads of noise on stream. So I did all that before. I even Dremeled. You know where I glued together? You know the actually, let me show you actually. There it is under my water bottle. So let me just show you guys. Do you see here, like along this bit and along the small bit, the bits that glue together? Because the laser melts the foam, contact cement won't sink into the foam. So I have to Dremel those a little bit and get the melted bits off before gluing them together. So I had to do that before stream. Oh, I didn't have to, but I wanted to. So I did that before stream, and then heat gunned it before stream as well, because I didn't want to be loud on stream. I wanted it to look and work really, really well. And I think this has done very, very well. I think I've done I think I've done very, very well with this modification stream. The Deathcore of Krieg Lasgun maintenance stream, which I think is a lot of fun. So many details. Yeah, there's a lot of details. There's a lot, but just so you know, Steph, I've what I did was this is called a flash hider. This piece here is called a flash hider. The one I had was I used 5mm foam that was really flexible, and the reason I did it originally was because I thought if I did bump it against something, it would just bend, and that's what it did. It bent every time, like it was like nudged against something or thrown into the van or something. It would bend. The problem is it bent and bent and bent and bent, and then it started to get loads of horrible creases in it, and no amount of heat gunning would actually fix it, sadly. So let me just hold the lasgun vertically without dropping it on the tip of the gun. Gotta get this bit. But yes, Thompson's 10-year roof sealer. I swear by the stuff. Genuinely do. I think it's incredible stuff. It's cheaper than any other like water-based rubber sealer that you can buy, I think. I don't think there's anything cheaper. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I did, believe it or not, Steph. I did at MCM London. I used the bayonet on this thing like loads for photos and stuff, but I kept it on my belt a lot too because I didn't want people getting freaked out. Because people freak out a lot when they see a gas masked dude with a bayonet running at you. There were loads of Warhammer cosplayers at MCM London. It was fucking incredible. I love MCM London. MCM London's my favourite. I don't do MCM Birmingham because fuck Birmingham. I'm not getting into that, but yeah, everyone know. A lot of my close friends and everyone know why. Me and Birmingham don't get along. But yes, so I'm just so you know, I'm just doing the very edges here, and then I'm making sure I get all the streaks and stuff sorted. I tell you what, I have forgotten is my my sponge. So if you guys bear with, I'm just gonna go grab my sponge super quick. So if you bear with me, we're gonna go be right back. And we are back. Sorry about that. I had to go get my foam roller. Now the foam roller, for those of you who don't know, once you've painted on Thompson Tenny roof sealer, use a foam roller. The foam roller gets rid of all of the brush lines, and it's so cool, and it gives you such a cool effect. Sadly, you can't really see it very well on stream because it is like such a small sort of effect, but when you're looking at it and you're actually doing it yourself, oh god, it looks so good. It takes all the brush lines away and just ends up looking incredible. I love it. Now, this is I'm gonna have to do this a little bit off camera. Hold on. Just doing the tip of the barrel, the tip of the flash hider even, and the inside of the flash hider. Good thing about a foam roller is you can roll it inside. You can roll it inside this bit here. You can just roll it inside there. It's really, really awesome. You're up for playing some nights? Ah, that's awesome. Too far away from Wales. Yeah, Birmingham is too far away from Wales. Dude, yeah, we could. I haven't played a game in many a moon because the games we used to play were just Apocalypse once a year. Every year, and it used to be a whole weekend of me and my really, really close school friends. Oh, how I miss them. I'm still friends with them, don't get me wrong. It's just we're all doing different things and they have families. Well, not all of them, but some of them have families now. I actually work with one of them now at the View Cinema because he's working there now. And yeah, I used to go to school with them. Really, really close friends of mine. What's cool about roof sealer as well, by the way, is if you ever see like a tiny seam line, like for example, I've got a small seam line here, just a very small one, you can pack it up with some thick roof sealer. And once you do that, you just pull it along, fill the gap a little bit, put your brush to one side, grab your roller, and then just roll it over very, very gently, like the weight of the sponge is enough, like the weight of the handle is enough to do it. And there you go. Gets rid of the seam line. It's so cool. Roof sealer, if you haven't used it, go get yourself some. Use it. It's incredible. I love the stuff. Whoopsie daisy. I love the stuff. It's fantastic. Now, what I haven't tried before, I've never tried tipping roof sealer into like a tray, grabbing the roller, rolling it in the tray, and then painting it on something. I've never actually tried that. I might try that with like a big prop or something. I might try it with the heavy bolter. I might try it with the heavy bolter. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of sick. Making sure I'm not getting it on anything too vital. Because once roof sealer dries, it dries. Trust me. Once it dries, it properly dries. It does not forgive. But this lasgun will be coming into the house tonight, and it'll be drying overnight. Oh, about 12 hours minimum. I usually give it a day. So it's like what, 9 now. So I'll give it until, well, not from 9 tonight till 9 p.m. 9 a.m. tomorrow is 12 hours, but I usually give it until like maybe 3 o'clock tomorrow. That'll be enough drying time, especially if it's indoors. That is the one downside with it, is it doesn't dry very quickly, but neither does Plastidip. Plastidip doesn't dry very quickly either. So, you know, it has its pros and cons. Drying time is not one of them. Drying time is not the best. But like I said, I always plan ahead. So I'm like, if it needs drying, I know that I can do all of this, and then I can just take it into the house and leave it overnight. And I know by the next day or the next afternoon, I know it's cured and dry enough. What I'll be doing tomorrow is, actually, I'm going to add some roof sealer here. What I'll be doing tomorrow is putting masking tape over a bunch of parts, and I'll be spraying it black, and then I'll be going for a paint job again, because not the whole thing, just the flash hider. And once that's done, it'll be mint again, and it'll look really awesome, and I'm really looking forward to it. But I usually try to give my props 24 hours to dry, especially if I've been using roof sealer, because roof sealer, as good as it is, it does need a proper amount of time to dry. But you know, it's the way it is. So that's those done. Let me grab the. Let me put that there. Put that there. Where's the lid? There it is. So put this on like that. But the way I normally do it, Real Tidy Design, is I will do 2 coats of roof sealer. The chainswords, for example. Let me just switch back to me. The chainswords, for example. The chainswords have 2 coats. My lasgun has 2 coats. My Space Marine has like 3 coats of roof sealer. Yeah, I try to make sure that my props have plenty of roof sealer over them. 2 coats is usually what I do. I'll do, like these chainsaws, for example, built them all, sanded, dremeled, got them all sorted. I heat gunned them all. Then I roof sealed all 3 in a day. I then came down the next day, roof sealed them all, put them in front of the fire to cure them a little bit, and then took them into the house, dried them overnight, left them for 24 hours. Literally, I made sure I left them for 24 hours. Brought them back down to the workshop. They were hanging for 2 days. I then posted saying that they were for sale. While the post was up and people were chatting about it and I was getting people in to talk about it and stuff, I was then priming them black in matte black. So they're primed black. So they're ready to go. It's a matte black, so they're ready to go. This is now, you can now paint this with acrylic. You can now get your acrylics or your spray paints. You can go to town on it, mask it off. You're safe to mask this. Roof sealer and the spray I've used is fine to mask off. You can mask it off with some just cheap old masking tape, and then you can go to town, paint it, have fun with it. So, yeah, but 2 coats I usually do. This will probably only get 1, because, honestly, it's just the flash hider. It's just the tip of the lasgun. It's not like I've not done it before. So, yeah, it's gonna have a little bit of drying time now until tomorrow, and tomorrow afternoon I will probably just spray it black. If I have to use a bit more roof sealer, I will, because there are some bits I can see here that might need a second coat, mainly the PVC sections. The foam, on the other hand, is fine, because, you know, it is pretty much all right. But then again, I'm different with my props than I am with other people's props. If I know I'm selling something, or if I know I'm doing something for a commission, I put a lot of effort into it. I'll do 2 coats of roof sealer, and I'll do like 2 or 3 primers. The chainswords have 2 roof sealer, 2 primer. So the roof sealer to seal it all, did that twice, so it has a nice thick coat on it. So that sealed the foam. and then 1 coat of black spray paint matte all over it, and then 1 spray paint black matte all over it the day after. So 2 coats of roof sealer, 2 coats of that. The las gun was 2 coats of roof sealer, and then 1 coat of black and then paint. So the paint counts as like a 3rd layer. Oh man, that's awesome. I'm really happy with how this looks. I'm going to pop the little plug back in, but I'm not going to put it all the way in. This will have to now, let me just show you guys. This will now come up to the house. I will then spray it black tomorrow, and then spray it with lead belcher, and I'll post it. And I'll be posting being like, hey, check it out, you missed this on stream last night. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much how easy it was to change the barrel of the las gun. To change some other things on it, it would be a bit more difficult because there are some things on it that you have to take the whole gun apart to change. If I was to build this las gun again, I'd probably make the magazine removable. I'd probably make more than 1 magazine as well, so I can like I could do like a thing where I just like pull it out and grab another one and put it in. I'd probably make them have solid blocks of foam and then put the details on top so that they're just solid, and add some details on them and make them magnetized inside. Just put a piece of metal on the inside of the the magazine holder, and then just go click, and then the magnets will hold on to it hopefully. But that's if I build another one. If I don't build another one, then I'll leave it, you know. Time check 9:49. Thank you so much, Ranger of Krieg. Do you know what? Actually, yeah. I think that's pretty much it from me. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Wow, 2 hours. I really hope you guys enjoyed this little stream, this little segment I've done. Actually, hold on. Let's pop back to this one. I like this one. This one's really nice with the chat and everything. I love that. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of this kind of stream. It's super chill for me, and it's also really handy to be able to do things I need to do during I would normally have done it during the day. I would have just been like, yeah, you know, I'll do it during the day, take some pictures of it, and I post it to my cosplay page. But instead now I stream, so I can do it on stream. I'm going to adjust that camera a little bit more. With this camera, I like that you can see here, but I might adjust it out a bit more so that I can hold props further away from the table so you guys can see. Hey, Zeta Omega, dude, seriously, thank you so much for the 100 biddies. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. the text to speech, good stream. I really appreciate it, dude. Thank you so much. Seriously, Zeta, you're awesome. Yeah, so I can do stuff like that on stream. Well, I do plan on doing streams where it's just me in the workshop, and it's just I think it's just gonna be called like in the workshop with Iron Warrior Cosplay. I think that's what I'm calling it, and it's gonna be basically me just in the workshop working on whatever cosplay or whatever prop I'm working on at that time. I was gonna do a stream where it's like a whole day. So I was going to dedicate a whole day of working in the workshop, doing a prop or doing a cosplay or painting something or doing something. And I was going to have the camera mounted in different places. I have 2 cameras. I have a third, my old, it's not a 1080p camera, it's not a 720. It's like the really old terrible, like, it's like almost like 144p. It's like the camera when you plug it in. It's a Logitech camera, but it's almost black and white. It's not very good. It's such a terrible camera. I might get that out and have that as like a handy cam so I can move it around and show people stuff. I'll see. But currently, believe it or not, on my PC, I have run out of USB ports. Except on the front panel, I have 1 USB port spare. So that's where that webcam will go. So it's. Big deal. I need to get more USB ports or a card. But like I said, eventually I'll be sorting out a new PC, and I really hope that one day next year I'll be able to set a dono goal or something. But what's the build for next year? The build for next year, I'm keeping absolutely 110% secret. Obviously, you guys know I'm working on the Grey Knight, getting that back up and running. That's no longer a secret. But the build that I've got planned for 2023 is a massive secret. I'm not even going to tease it. Like, I'm not even going to post stuff online or whatever. One day there'll be a post and it'll be like, hey, I've just completed this new cosplay, and then there'll be an album of like hundreds of pictures and a bunch of videos, and then I'll do a bunch of TikToks and stuff. Trust me, you're gonna love this cosplay. It is going to be ridiculous. So I'm really excited for that. A whole day stream? Yeah, not like not like a 12-hour stream or anything. Oh, it won't be like this. It won't be sat down and sort of, well, I say structured. This wasn't really structured. All my streams are kind of chaotic, but it'll be basically as if I'm not streaming. I'll still come over and chat and stuff, and I'll still sit down and drink and like chill and whatever. But the camera will be up in the corner looking at the whole workshop, and I'll be walking around and working and fixing stuff and building props and stuff. I have spoken to my mods, and I have some really cool plans for the future, but we'll wait until next year for that. But I'm also looking at doing some streams where I just work on the Grey Knight, but it'll just be me working on the Grey Knight and just have stream running, and that's it. You know, there won't be a crazy amount of interaction. I prefer having streams where I can talk to you guys. That's why I have a vertical monitor now with chat on it. That's why I prefer this. But I want to do it, yeah, almost Adam Savage style. If I had a camera crew, God, if I had a camera crew. You know, I would love to do that kind of stuff, but the cameras will be static. I'll be able to change to different cameras. I do want to start getting cameras in different places in the workshop, not just around the PC, but right now I'm limited to the cable length. I have a USB extension cable, and I tried using it on the with my Logitech, the top camera. I keep forgetting what it's called, C920. I tried to use that one, or C20, C290 or whatever. I tried to use a long USB cable with that, and the power drop, it wouldn't power it. It wouldn't detect it at all. So that's my issue, is I'm limited to around the PC. So I thought if I use this SLR, which has a 33mm to 50mm lens, I could put this in the corner, make it go really high up because it's on a really long pole, angle it, pull the camera all the way out, and then just have it look down at the stream, and then use the Logitech camera I have up here, the top-down one, have that one mounted on just on top of my screen for a sec, just so you guys can chat to me and see me in person. I could just change the scene. Wireless cameras are the way, but it's just, they still need power, but in terms of power, I have enough power around the workshop. I have enough outlets and stuff around the workshop, but we will figure it out. We will figure it out. That is for another time, because obviously I've got, I'm going to need that clip-on mic. Yeah, you have no idea. But for example, like that workshop stream I was talking about, the one where I just set up stream and I do my thing, I won't need a microphone. I'll occasionally come back and sit down and chat and talk to the microphone and stuff, and like talk to you guys like this, but without the backdrop. But that kind of stream is I'll just be working on stuff, and I won't be relaying what I'm doing to you guys all the time. If you guys ask in chat or whatever, I'm happy to come over and show you and whatever. But it's some ideas for different streams and stuff I want to do. But I will do more. We will discuss it more, and I will sort it out. But as of right now, I think that's pretty much it for me. I really hope you guys enjoyed this stream. I know I did. I got something I needed done. I'm really happy with it. I think it looks so good. The foam is harder. It's still a soft and flexible foam, but it's a denser foam. So I feel it'll be a lot stronger when it comes to if it gets bumped or anything at a con. But from me and my wonderful mods in chat, thank you to everyone who's come. There is a bunch of you in chat. Before we do go, like I said, I want to raid John Robertson. Please, for those of you here, I would really appreciate if you stayed. There's 9 of you, and I'd really appreciate if I could raid with 9 people, because he is currently doing a 50-hour charity stream, and it is monumental how amazing he is and how much work he's putting into it. He has got a team with him. He's got a crew now. That is the dream. To have a crew like here. He doesn't have to really do anything. He's just there with the microphone and headphones, and his crew does all the OBS stuff and everything, and pull people in and do Discord and stuff, and it's so cool. I think it's absolutely fantastic. So what we're going to do is we're going to go raid Robotron, John Robertson. He is doing the Dark Room. He's doing a 50-hour stream. I genuinely can't believe it. He is currently raising money for, let's see how, let me make sure I got everything here. He's raising money for the Samaritans and the Trussell Trust. It is absolutely incredible of him. I think he's absolutely fantastic for doing it. I'm going to pull his stream up on my phone, because what I like to do is I like to see the reaction that we get when we raid with all our shovels. It's really fun. So if you are a subscriber or you've been gifted a sub, Use your shovel emotes when we get into the chat, and if you haven't got the emote and you're not subscribed, that's fine. Iron Within in all capitals. His chat goes really quickly, by the way, because it is a very, very busy stream. I don't know how many he's streaming to currently. He has 469 people watching his stream right now, but it's going to be 9 more, so I'm really, really excited about it. So we are going to go raid Robotron. We are going to go raid Robotron. Let me just move my mic over a bit. Here we go. We're going to go raid. And let me just get the spelling of his stream right, because I always want to make sure I spell it right. If I can just get it right. R-O-B-B. There we go. R-O-B-B. Tron. There we go. Awesome. They've currently raised 3,235 between the two charities. I think it's absolutely fantastic. He is incredible. So please, with me, if you would, raid Robotron. I really, really appreciate it. From me, Iron Warrior Cosplay, I think you guys are brilliant for coming. Thank you so much for supporting me. I love you all. Have an amazing time, and I shall see you all again soon. Bye for now.